Hey all, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to hit the main Plaza tree without super missiles. Um, First off, you're going to want to go out of bounds the main Plaza. There are multiple ways to do that, but the easiest is to do it from the sledge. I'm not really going to go over how you're supposed to get here, or like grapple or something, learn the dash, learn the jump from here, either or, just whatever it takes to get here. We're going to have to do the secret world. We're going to jump on this branch. The collision for it is a little weird to judge because it's more in front here. You can see if I land there, I slip off. It's more forward than you think it's supposed to be. Then we're going to land backwards. We're going to jump this pillar. There's a seam here that sticks out that we can land on. I'm going to jump one more time here. Now you have a lot of options for how you want to proceed from here. We just need to get on the 8th floor. It's a little weirder than you might think because Ruin's entryway, I think it's called, Ruin's entrance, is currently loaded. So we're going to need to get around. Hold on. Looks like my audio is a little bit quiet. I'm going to lower the game just a bit. Okay, that looks better. So you can just go down here if you'd like, but you will get stuck. You just gotta avoid it. Or you can, hold on, let me try and show that. There's also R jumping around. I don't know what's going on. Let me out, please. Uh-oh. This way? Alright, game. I should have saved the position earlier. There we go. Oops. Yeah, be careful not to land with too much speed. But from that seam, if you don't want to just jump in the aether from there, if you're feeling a little bit faster, you can jump to this pillar. You can try and land in the middle. You can see if you hold it right here, you're running into a wall. That's a seam. If you space jump, flick to the right, you'll stay on it, and you can just jump over this onto this floor. If you land with Morph Ball like this, you also prevent yourself from staggering, and again, you jump off the floor quicker. Now here's the main part. We're going to need to jump into this wall here and get stuck, so I'm going to mash B and hold into this. Thing is, if you're mashing, we need to maximize our height here. If you mash jump like this, you won't really get the height you need to get stuck in that. So instead, you're going to want to space out them just a little bit, like that. Basically, we need to get in that spot there. There are no standables we're going to be able to use, so we need to do this in a bit of a weird way. So we're going to get stuck here. And then what we're going to need to do is we need to bomb jump out of this space. So I'm going to morph here, and depending on how much height you get, you may or may not fall. I got a pretty good amount of height, so I don't think I'll fall here. Yeah. But if I was a bit lower, then I could have just fallen. And the only thing preventing me from falling here is holding forward, because if I let go, I'm going to fall. Right, so keep that in mind. So, we just gotta wait for a jump again. If you do fall, you may not be able to react to it in time. Like, I'm too low here, for certain. Right, if I morph here and try and spam it, there's some spots there that can prevent me from morphing, and you can fall down really far, so you have to be pretty careful about that. Alright, that's a good height. We're going to morph here. And we're going to need to bomb jump out, right? So if I just bomb jump here, I'm not really going to get anywhere, right? So we're going to need to pull back in order to get hit by it, right? So the thing about this is that if you are too high, that means this isn't really going to work. So that worked. If I bomb jump here, I'm still getting stuck, but this is a good spot. Just gotta pull away again, and now we're in the correct spot, right? As long as those sparks don't appear and you don't get stuck by something that's on top of you. Right now I'm stuck by something that's in front of me, so like I can bomb jump here and land again. So that's where I want to be. So I'm gonna do that again. Wait for the jump. We need to get a good idea. If you have Prime World Editor, it might help to look at this collision. I don't have it pulled up for this case, but open it up, look at the collision, and it might help you better understand where you need to be. There we go. So we're gonna do this again. I fucked that up a little bit there. There I held back too early. So that's what can lose you a lot of time. So we're just gonna use practice mode. It's important to save before this, because if you fall too far, you may float for a long time, and it may not be worth resetting. So here I fell pretty far, but we should be able to wait just a bit, and we should get it back. I can cheat a little bit though. There we go. Okay, we might be a little low, but we're good. So again, try and pull back. Okay, there I had too much speed, so when I pulled back it didn't fall, so we're gonna try it again. Okay, there we go. I'm still stuck, so I'm gonna need to pull back again when I bomb jump. Nice. Now I don't have to pull back because again, I did not get stuck on something that was on top of me. So try and repeat that process a lot. Try and get in this spot with Morph Ball. This is the hardest part, arguably. So now the next step is to actually land on a standable, because we're going to jump and bonk our head to grab the missile. And there is only really one standable place that'll work for us, and we're going to need to bomb jump to it. So I'm going to bomb jump to this branch here, this very large branch that's visible to me, by holding up right here. There we go. Now there's the other branch in the top right there. I want to bomb jump in that general direction, so I'm going to basically bomb jump and unmorph to my right here. I'm going to hold L so I can adjust the camera. Now we're in the right spot. There is a seam below us that we need to try and land on. And we want to align it, because you notice that I held L and I held right. That made it so I'm more facing to the right here in this direction. And that's pretty important, because it makes it just easier. So from here we can land on the standable. I feel like I'm a little too far back though. So I'm going to wiggle the stick upright-ish and then back to the left. So that way I'll move forward a bit, but I won't fall very far, like that. So now the standable is just below us, but because it's so small, we need to be very cautious. And the way we do that is by holding L and then soft inputting to the right, so we slowly fall down. I'm gonna do that here. Nope. Oh, actually on the standable there. There are multiple standables there that you can land on. That one was a lot earlier than I thought, but that one could also work. I'm too low here. But that's basically the gist of it. Wow. Yeah, that standable in particular, I hadn't really seen. I think it was because I was in a spot. So we're just gonna repeat our process here. Because I got hit by a bomb there, and I didn't hold back enough, I still had a lot of upwards height. So if I try to do that again immediately, I try to pull back, I wouldn't have fallen for a while. So keep that in mind. Okay, there, I need to wait a bit. There, I just fucked that up. Again, this is a tough trick. It'll take time to get the hang of, and it's very awkward. It requires movement that isn't typically used. So there's also, you can also do a mini UBJ out of this, kind of like that, but it's annoying and not really worth, it's not really faster. It's hard to do this fast. Mostly it's just getting it first try is the fast part. So consistency is what's going to be fastest rather than doing this quickly. Nope. Now because I'm on practice mode, I actually can see my velocity with my bomb jump. When Z reaches a 0 or around that is when I can bomb jump again. Or rather fall out so I can bomb jump again. Nope. Again, need to wait. Nope. I just barely missed the bomb. Okay, there I unmorphed out of it. I get a little bit extra height. Now we're in the right spot. Okay. So here is where I'm going to soft input right. There's the standable. Right, this is where we want to be. Right, so you want to be like here and then just slowly hold right there, and you should land on the standable without falling. If you hold it all the way, I'm pretty sure you will fall. Okay, now I'm going to save my position here. This part can be a little weird, because we need to bonk our head and pick up this item. This is mainly for randomizers, right? Unless you're doing some like max percent major stuff, but probably not. So this will work with all items, I'm pretty sure. So we need to bonk our head, and this is gonna be a little weird because you might try and do it too far back. Yeah, okay, I thought it wouldn't like repositioning the spot, so I'm gonna have to. Hold on, I need to cheese the game real quick. There we go. Oh, and I'm in limited influence. Will this work? No, it won't. Okay, we'll just do that again. But the thing with that is just making sure that you go further forward than you think. You need to bonk your head directly below the item. There I landed while I was moving with upward speed. That made me get stuck sooner than I would have liked. It's gonna wait again. Okay, gotta wait. Again, this bomb jump section is the most important. So there I'm a little high. I'm actually, so if you end up in a spot here where you just keep bomb jumping your head and you feel like you're too high, make sure, like, after, if you got hit by a bomb, wait a bit, obviously, again. Then just, like, briefly return the stick to neutral like this, right? This motion. So you see, I fell just a little bit there. So that's going to make it a little bit easier. Again, just wait. There we go. And you just kind of repeat that until you're at a height you're comfortable with. Okay, here I'm going to bomb jump just a bit forward again. I'm going to hold the soft input. There we go. Now just this bonk. So I can't stay my position, and I'm playing on Nintendo. So I'm just going to show this time. Just want to land directly with the item. And you can delay your space jump a bit to give yourself some time to position. But yeah, that's how you get it. Now for getting out, it's what I tend to do is just aether jump up until you make it. You might also be able to force load this room around you. The only problem is that the aether is pretty far out. And because I'm playing on Nintendo, it loads very fast. But if you're on Dolphin, it could be easier. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I almost got it there. It loaded a little bit slower than I would have thought, but you can do that. Otherwise, let's this. You can aether jump until you reach the top. I'm going to assume you already know how to aether jump. Watch something like Justin DM's quick prime out of bounds tutorial. If you aren't super familiar with out of bounds and wall crawling for this specific part, because this requires an understanding of how out of bounds movement works. So watch that. Assuming that you've watched that, we're going to be using the aether box to get out. You could also try and land inside this room if it's still loaded, which it is because that room does not have a ceiling. So we're going to try and find the corner here. That was a little too far forward. So we're going to wait till we get a jump and move back. Just going to keep trying to find the corner. There we go. So we're going to jump up until we reach a height that we're comfortable with. And you can go all the way until you hit the skybox if you like, then just more forward. Try not to more forward past this grapple point because this has a lot of fun collision. More so this line here between the branches is where you don't want to be. Like I'm going to morph here between them. There we go, we're fine. And also don't try and morph like around here further up because there's an invisible ceiling around there. So yeah, that's how you get it. Keep practice this a lot. It's really tricky and it can be really useful. Allow you to skip supers. It's pretty useful, especially because supers can be anywhere, almost in a rando seed. So yeah, good luck on your future races. Have fun in the upcoming Prime tournament. If you're interested and haven't signed up, go to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord server. I'll put the link to the Discord in the description. We've got a tournament coming up. If you're interested, it'd be awesome for you to participate. We love having folks there, and we'll see you all around. Take care.